All right, we are live again. So I'm wearing my red shirt today, not only for the Jupiter class, but also for our Red Book class, which it's been a while, you guys, and hopefully you have joined us on some other videos. And I know you guys have been busy with your honors orchestra music, and I know that's coming to a close here within the next couple of weeks. So it's a perfect time to start up our book songs and some of the other stuff. I hope you've still been working on it. And so far, hey Lucy, so far Lucy has joined us. Hopefully Ari and Kara can make it on. But if not, you guys can always watch this later on to as many times as you want. So I'd like to go over our concert music for our virtual concert. So we're going to use our books, our red books, and play, I think, two of your favorites. Hopefully they're two of your favorites from the red books that we've worked on before, and they sounded pretty good. We're gonna pull those out again and try and iron them out. I made some backing tracks for this one, so it should be a lot more interesting than just playing in a trio. Now we have sort of a piano accompaniment too to help us play along with it. So let me pull that up for you here. Let's just go through the entire catalog of what we're working on. So your music is in a PDF down below. I selected the London Derriere, which is the same tune as Danny Boy. You guys should know that one. The Minuet, the Boccherini Minuet. So both of these have a piano backing track, which I'll play for you guys shortly. And it makes it a little bit more interesting to play with the piano. The other tunes that we're playing are Viva la Vida, which we haven't seen this one yet, so this is going to be a challenge, as well as the Holst that we just went over in that other video. So hopefully you guys are working on that. Viva la Vida is a tune that a lot of the string players are working on in some other schools. It's by the band Coldplay. It's a very famous tune. I bet you guys know it. It has a really... the rhythm in the guitar part is kind of classic. It's an earworm. It gets stuck in your head. Okay. You've already practiced Viva la Vida, Lucy. That's awesome. So hopefully that you practice it in this key, which is the real key of the entire tune. It's in the key of D, so hopefully they put it in the key of D for you and not in like the key of B flat. But yeah, so double check your music for this one. We have sharps. Key of D is 2 sharps, and for clarinet, we have the key of E, so 4 sharps. Clarinet also, you guys have some low notes, but I'll get into that here in a minute. So Viva la Vida is one of the other challenge pieces along with Jupiter, the 2 Red Book songs. And then Harry Potter, which I know you guys did last year in Honors Orchestra, but we're just going to do the melody to Potter. So if you guys want to record that, the music is in your practice catalog that was emailed over the weekend. Let me just give it a second here. It looks like it's buffering. Hopefully the video on your side is still playing. It looks like mine is buffering. We've been having some internet connectivity issues this week. I hope that's not the case right now. Looks like it's back on. Cool. So yeah, so Viva la Vida, Jupiter, Harry Potter, just the melody. You guys should be experts at that and can record it pretty easily for helping us out here. So yeah, I'm sorry, the internet connection is a little unstable. Thanks for letting me know, though. If it happens again, let me know so I can see if there's a problem. But I'd like to go over at least Viva la Vida, and then we'll run through our Red Book songs, okay? So let's start by just playing... Lucy seems to be the only one here right now. I don't know if anyone else is watching from the class. Hopefully Ari and Kara have made it on. Let's go ahead and play the scale that we need for Viva La Vida, which is our D scale, concert D scale for flute, and our E scale for clarinet. So 4 sharps clarinet, 2 sharps for flute. Flute, D, E natural, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. And we'll do it 2 octaves because clarinets can also play low E. Okay, so clarinets, we're going to try it low E, 2 octaves. Okay, and then up to the 2nd octave as well. You actually, clarinet might even be able to play that one 3 octaves if you know how to play high E. I know you were working on high D just before school let out. So let's play that scale really quickly in quarter notes about this tempo. Ready? 1, 2, D scale. 1, 2, ready, and. Good. How'd you do with that scale? Let's try it one more time. I'll switch over to clarinet. We can do 2 octaves on the clarinet. Here we go. One more time. Our D scale for flutes, E scale for clarinets. Ready? 1, 2, quarter notes, and. Sorry, I messed up. Wrong pinky finger. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, set, go. Cool. So that's the scale we're going to need for Viva La Vida. Okay. Let me just play a little bit of the recording for you guys here. This is an arrangement of the original. So I'm not playing the original track, although you can certainly play this along with the original track. It's in the same key. This is going to be, you're going to hear a string arrangement. So it starts right away with violins. And both clarinet and flute, we have 16 measures of rest at the beginning. So here's letter A. 1, 2, letter A. Clarinet, when we come in, we're going to take over that rhythm, okay, that you hear it playing right now. 1, 2, clarinet, 2, ready. So for clarinet, that kind of becomes a little repetitive. Flutes, we have something a little different. Lucy, you're saying that you don't have this. It was emailed to you guys over the weekend, so you're going to want to ask your parents for that music. But let me see if I can quickly give you a link to pull it up here. Here you go. It's going to be in the comments, so you can click that link and open up your music for Viva La Vida. Okay. The other stuff like Jupiter and Harry Potter, that's all going to be in that catalog that was emailed to you guys over the weekend. So it's really important to have that handy and print out all of your music before we do these live videos. So here we go. Let's try it again with the flute in mind this time. Here's the beginning. have a backup part for 4 measures, and then we take over the melody at B. So here's letter A. Notice we have accidental G sharps as well, flutes here. Oops. F sharps, C sharps, and accidental G sharps. Ready? So yeah, there you go. There's the intro part for Viva La Vida. You guys get the hang of it. The rest of the music is not terribly difficult. Just look over the notes, okay? There's no surprises here. Flutes, we go up pretty high in our range. I'm just scrolling through here. We get all the way up to high D on the second page. Okay, so make sure that you can, you have all this breath capacity. It's kind of a long song, and it goes on for a little while. Toward the end, at letter G, there is, in both parts, there's sort of a, right here, 2 measures before letter G. It looks a little tricky, but if you listen to the pop song, you can get this no doubt. So that rhythm right here at 103, let me pull up the clarinet part. So for clarinet and flute, it's the same rhythm. We have 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4. So it's, if you do it fast, it's kind of a little easier to just memorize it. Dot 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 dot. So we have 1 and 3, 4 and 3, 4. Okay. That's measure 103 and 104. Flutes, you guys, where did your part go? You take over sort of a melody pattern right before G. So all you play for flute is 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1. And then you take over the melody pattern. And 2 and 3, 4 and... Okay, so flutes at G, just 1 measure before G. Take that all the way to the end on this one. Clarinets, we revert back to that percussive pattern at the beginning. Dun 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 dun. Okay, fairly straightforward, you guys. I'm confident that you'll be able to figure this one out. The notes aren't too difficult, and definitely give that recording a listen to, including the Coldplay version. We'll probably have a class on this one. I just wanted to bring it up here ahead of time for you guys to begin working on it. So let's go ahead and open our red books and try some of these new recordings for London Derriere and Minuet, the Boccherini Minuet. Okay, so we got page 34 and 29 in your red books, or you can pull up the PDFs that are in the description. All right, I see one more person has joined, so hopefully that's either another flute player or clarinet player. You guys know who you are. All right, so what should I play? Flute or clarinet? Let me know in the comments. What should I play, flute or clarinet? Let me give you the backing track. I just want to play it for you so you get an idea of what it sounds like. Lucy votes for flute. Here's London Derriere. It starts right away, so make sure that you're listening to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. that's the first half, first 8 measures. So you get a feel for how it is. We've done it in class and a little bit slower, but I really like this piano accompaniment. So it's a little bit faster than we've done it before in class. And hopefully you guys like this piano accompaniment. It sounds really pretty along with the melody. So why don't we give it a run through really quickly, those first 8 measures, and see how you do. Let's remember our key signature is, for flutes, we're in the key of C. So no sharps, no flats, no B flats, no E flats, no F sharps. And then for clarinets, you're in the key of D. So F sharp and C sharp. Not terribly difficult, right? But there is a lot of notes, and this is a very expressive song. Let's give it a try. I'll count you off. 1, 2, 1, and 2, and 3. And what I like the most about this recording is when we're playing half notes. I think, Lucy, you brought this up in a different video this week. Sometimes the half notes, you don't really know, you can't feel how long they're supposed to be held. But if you listen to the piano is doing some motion. They're doing eighth notes while you're playing half notes. So you can easily subdivide by listening to the piano part. Let me show you what I mean here. Hear the eighth notes? There's constantly eighth notes. And 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 2, and 3. Good, and it kind of goes on from there. So the beginning of this piece is nice and soft, and then right at measure 9, we kind of crescendo and get into a much more full sound, especially because we're in our higher register. It kind of does it for us by going up higher in our register flutes and clarinets. We automatically kind of play a little bit louder. So let's give the whole thing a try with our backing track. I am confident that you guys can play all these notes because we've done it before. If you have questions and want to go over some of that music a little more in detail, we can always end. We don't end right at 4:50. If you have somewhere to go, that's okay. But this might go a little bit longer than 4:50. I'll try and be concise here. But let's give London Derriere a try with our recording here. I'll try and count us off easily. Here we go. Get your instruments ready. Ready? 1, 2, 1, and 2, and 3. That high E caught me by surprise there in the last line, you guys. So for flutes, let me see if I can rewind that backing track a little bit. Flutes and clarinets, everybody, let's play 3 eighth notes before measure 13. Da 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 dee da 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 dee da da. So I'm going to start right here. These 3 eighth notes just before measure 13. That's high E natural, so make sure we can play that. That C that's above there is the chord symbol for the piano. I know we talked about this once before, but don't let that confuse you. If you need to cross it out, you can do so as well. It can be confusing. It actually tripped me up too. So that is a high E for flutes and a high D for clarinets. Ready? Let's start right there on those 3 eighth notes preceding measure 13. 1 and 2 and 3. Ready, set. And with the recording, please, let's backtrack and do around the same area. Let's see if I can get us back there. Oops, that was exactly where I needed to be. Here we go. This is going to be roughly measure 10. Here we go. Ready? 11, measure 12, here. Nice job on that one. Let me know in the comments if you want me to go over another part. But let's quickly try and do the Boccherini Minuet, please. All right. I'll pull out the clarinet just in case the clarinet player has made their way in to the classroom. Okay. Where's my Boccherini? There it is. All right. If I remember correctly, this was a favorite of everybody's, so I'm glad that we'll be able to be playing this one for the concert. Remember, this one's in 3/4. Check your key signature. We are in the key of concert, E flat, so B flat, E flat, A flat for flutes, F scale for clarinet, so B flat, no more sharps. And we're going to use quite a bit of our range clarinets and flutes. All right. Let's listen. Yep, this one starts right away too. Give this backing track a listen just to get familiar with it. I'll play it right now. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1. Double check your trills, you guys. Remember the trills in, what measure is that? I'm having a hard time seeing it. 5, 6, 7. Measure 7, and then later on at the end, those trills. We always approach the trill. So from the upper note, you can play the upper note first. Da, dee, da, dee, dee, da. Awesome. Let's give this one a try. I'm confident that you guys remember how to play this one. So let's see. I'm probably going to miss the intro because it starts right away. I'll fix that with a click next time. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. All right, so there's the Boccherini. Definitely try and practice that one as many times with the recording as you can. And when we record for the virtual concert, you guys should always use that recording. That's going to be in the folder. If you didn't get the email, make sure you ask your parents for that email that was sent out over the weekend with instructions on how to record for the virtual concert and what to record. So each class has a separate list, okay? And for us, it's going to be the Boccherini Minuet that we just played, London Derriere from our books, and Viva la Vida, if you can learn it, Holst Jupiter, Gustav Holst, the one we just did half an hour ago, actually an hour ago at this point, and then Harry Potter, the theme, and all of the links are on that one document. So it's really important that if you have that email, you reference that document, okay? If you have questions and you forget what to practice, or you don't know, you didn't get the email, send us a message, either leave a comment here or send us a message through email, homework@theorchestraplace.com. We want to make sure everybody gets these messages, and reach out to your friends too if you guys keep in communication through email, or your parents keep in communication. Reach out to them and say, hey, you know, that video on YouTube for our concert. So thanks, Lucy, for showing up. Hopefully the rest of you guys were watching remotely, and otherwise I'll see you guys. Have a great weekend. See you next time we have class.